Hello friends, welcome back to UPSC series by Friend of Health. This is for the preparation of Medical Officer, Research Officer, General Duty Medical Officer post in Homeopathy, that is 36 plus 7, 43 post, and that is 17 unreserved vacancy, total 43 vacancy, Homeopathic Medical Officer, Research Officer, General Duty Medical Officer post preparation. So in this series we are planning to give concept based discussions, previous question paper discussions, and also some new questions discussions. So we'll try our best, and in this second episode we will discuss 10 more questions from repertory. Last episode, in the first episode of this series, we have discussed one question from 2016 UPSC which was from repertory, and also 9 more questions. So total 10 questions we have discussed already. So 10 more questions are remaining from the repertory part in these very recent 2 UPSC examinations, that is 2016 and 2017 UPSC Medical Officer Homeopathy examination. So today we will see the remaining 10 questions from repertory. So first question from UPSC 2017: anemia is found under which chapter in Kent's Repertory? So chest, generalities, mouth, extremities are the options. So if you see, analyze this question, the difficulty level, this is a very easy question. Why? Because it is very repeatedly present in many of the state PSC or MD entrance examinations. Anemia, Kent Repertory, which chapter? So answer is generalities. So this kind of questions which are appearing in previous examinations are very easy. When you are preparing for any competitive examination in homeopathy, may it be UPSC or PG entrance, that is AIA, PGT, or any state PSC or a lecturer post PSC, it is always suggested to go through previous question papers, because previous question papers in the competitive examination field, in any field, maybe it will be in, if it is in homeopathy also, there will be some repetitions. So this question usually appears in state PSC and other examinations. So this is a very easy level question. Anemia, if you see the Kent Repertory generalities chapter, anemia, you can see the rubric generalities in Kent, anemia. So next question, the medicine found under the rubric benevolence in Kent's Repertory. Again a very repeatedly asked question. So this question also goes to the category of easy questions. Options are aconate and apillus, belladonna, coffea cruda, none of these. So this none of these, all of the above, when it comes, we will have a slight confusion to eliminate or rule out that option. Otherwise, if it is very easy, there is some factual option is there, like aconate, belladonna, some named options are there. We can easily eliminate one or two, because we are sure that it is not the answer or it is the answer. But when none of these or all of the above comes, we will have slight confusion and we may waste our time in reading again and all. So you have to have a very thorough knowledge about the previous questions asked. Whatever I explained or I suggested in the last question, you should go through previous question papers of every exam when you are preparing for UPSC exam also. It's not that only UPSC previous question papers you will work out. So Benevolence'in Kent Repertory, very repeatedly asked question. Answer is coffea cruda. You can see in the mind chapter of Kent Repertory, benevolence, coffea cruda. Okay. The third question, the remedy for lump sensation in rectum not ameliorated by stool in Kent's Repertory is vomica, Aesculus hippocastanum, sepia, alumina. So whenever some interesting rubrics are seen in some of the chapters, you should make a habit of noting down and revising again. So lump sensation in rectum not ameliorated by stool. So not ameliorated by stool is very important. That also in Kent's Repertory, many direct questions were there in UPSC 2016 or 17. These level of very easy questions are very rare in UPSC, because in UPSC there will be tough questions. We will see few more tough questions are coming up. So answer here is sepia. We won't expect a option like sepia to cover this symptom. So if you see the rubric, rectum lump sensation of, answer is not ameliorated by stool. So answer is sepia. We'll move on to the fourth question. Sweat axilla is given in which chapter of Boger Boenninghausen's characteristics and repertory? So this kind of questions from Boger, Boenninghausen and all, we usually don't use much in our clinical practice or in our studies also. BBCR, that is BBCR, Boger, Boenninghausen's characteristic repertory. So for exam purpose, you need to be thorough about the rubrics in Boger, Boenninghausen's characteristic repertory, Boenninghausen's Therapeutic Pocket Book BTPB, and Larynx repertory, and also in Kent's repertory. So these 4 repertories you should know the rubrics very nicely, because otherwise you cannot top the exams, because questions can come from like rubric hunting, etc. So here it is a rubric hunting. Sweat axilla is given which chapter. Answer is chest, and you can see in Boger, Boenninghausen's characteristic repertory, chest, axillae, sweat. So answer is sweat. The chapter is chest, axillae, sweat. 5th question, the indicated remedy for fissures in larynx in Kent's repertory. Again, a very repeatedly asked question like benevolence or anemia. So these Kent repertory questions are many a times repeated in many question papers. So fissures in larynx, answer is Bufforana. You can see the Kent repertory again, larynx chapter, trachea, larynx and trachea, fissures in larynx, Buffo. So other some single remedy rubrics like flapping sensation larynx, lachesis, flesh hanging larynx, sensation of phosphorus. So all these single remedy rubrics are very important, irrespective of its markings. It is very important. So the chapter is larynx and trachea, fissures in larynx, Buffo. The 6th question. This is a typical UPSC question. Why? Because see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There will be 4 multiple options, and answer will be like 1 only, 2 only, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. So this kind of questions, if you want to answer, like the answer to be selected from a code given, this kind of typical UPSC pattern questions are expected to be there in coming years, because if you analyze a recent AAPGET 2020 question paper, it is not out yet, but from the students we got to know there were a lot of assertion reasoning type of questions. So in UPSC also the patterns may be little more intense and little more tougher. So this kind of code, selecting from a code or selecting from the match the following or selecting from assertion reasoning will be more as per our analysis. So this is a typical question like that. So for answering this, you should know all these 4 things, then only you can answer. So the concept based discussions which is going to come up in UPSC series in front of health will be helping you to get an idea how to prepare for UPSC in that level. So you should be clear in your concepts. So this question is, in construction of Boenninghausen Therapeutic Pocket Book, which of the following books were incorporated? So this question is about the evolution or the construction of Boenninghausen Therapeutic Pocket Book. The Kent's Repertory, Boenninghausen Therapeutic Pocket Book, and Boger Boenninghausen Characteristic Repertory, BBCR. These 3, the construction, the evolution, everything is very important. The other works of that pioneers, everything is important. So here the options are, the books incorporated is the question. Options are 1, Repertory of Antipsoric Medicines, Repertory of the medicines which are not antipsoric, attempt of showing the relative kinship of homeopathic medicines, Repertory of Comparative Medica. So here this kind of answering from a code given below, the like guessing will be very difficult, so you should know the concept clearly. So you know that 1, 2, 3, these 3 are the very important works in the beginning by Boenninghausen, and they were incorporated in the construction of Boenninghausen Therapeutic Book. So answer is C, 1, 2 and 3 only. So here the 4th one is not there in the not incorporated in Boenninghausen Therapeutic Pocket Book. The answer is C, 1, 2 and 3. And 7th question, reflexes diminished is mentioned in the Boger Boenninghausen's characteristics and repertory in the chapter. So reflexes diminished is the question. The answer is very important chapter in BBCR, sensation and complaints in general. Many interesting rubrics are there. So you must go through the textbook itself, not from any competitive exam guides or any other textbook of repertory like what I have mentioned in the previous video, Dr. S.K. Tiwari sir's or Dr. C.J. P.V.'s repertory book. It's not from that. You have to read from the Boger Boenninghausen's repertory itself, this chapter, and you have to make note of interesting rubrics. So sensation and complaints in general is a must read chapter from BBCR. So if you don't have the book with you, you can access this Boger Boenninghausen's characteristics repertory in Google Books or in the homoeopathy.org website. So you can make use of online platforms like that. So you can see here sensations and complaints in general, reflexes, diminished. So 6 medicines are there. Argent and nitricum is one of the remedy. So you can see in Boger Boenninghausen's repertory, sensation and complaints in general chapter. So the 8th question, the indicated remedy against white mucus in stool like little pieces of popped corn in Kent's repertory is. So one with the mathematical knowledge itself, they may guess the answer Sina. So here this kind of guesses are good, but you should be very careful while answering repertory questions, because there will be confusing options and very close running options. So if you see the Kent's repertory, if one have studied from the Kent's repertory, they may have a confusion because in the option calichlor is also there. So if you see the rubric, see stool, mucus, slimy, white, like little pieces of popped corn, answer is Sina. But stool, mucus, slimy, milky white, answer is calichlor. So this one have read from the repertory itself for many times, they may get a confusion regarding Sina or calichlor if they have not done proper revision. So reading is important, making notes is important, and very important aspect is revision, multiple revisions. So you should do practice mock test or previous question paper mock test, and also revisions. The foundation of Boenninghausen Therapeutic Pocket Book is the answer is the Doctrine of Concomitant, Doctrine of Relationship of Remedies, Doctrine of Clinical Symptoms, Doctrine of Keynote Symptoms. So here foundation of Boenninghausen Therapeutic Pocket Book, when you say this clinical symptom and keynote symptom, one may very easily eliminate these two options. Why? Because it is not so much related or not at all important in the eyes of Boenninghausen. So we will have a confusion in relationship of remedies and concomitants. But the foundation is the question. The answer is Doctrine of Concomitants. So relationship of remedies is one of the very important chapter, and which is prized by even Kent. But the foundation, when it is asked, answer is Doctrine of Concomitants. 10th question, again a typical UPSC pattern question. So we have done 20 questions now from repertory, 19 plus 1. So only this 20 questions were there in 2016 and 2017 if you see. So in that almost all questions were previous questions or very direct questions. But this kind of UPSC pattern questions will be there. We expect more of these pattern questions, little tougher ones. So you should practice this kind of questions from previous question papers. Consider the following: the doctrine of analogy, the concept of generalization, concomitant symptoms. Which of the above concepts were advocated by von Boenninghausen? So again related to Boenninghausen's repertory or his concept of totality, evolution, everything, you have to be very thorough. So here doctrine of analogy, we know that it is very much advocated by Boenninghausen. Grand generalization also, and then concomitant symptoms also. The answer is 1, 2 and 3. So this is the answer. It's like a little more easy if you know the concepts. So we hope this series is helping you all. We would like to know the feedback, suggestions and points to be improved or points to be added in our presentation. So all the very best for all UPSC Medical Officer, General Duty Medical Officer and Research Officer post aspirants. You can have your preparations in the very intense stage now, because we don't know when the exam will be. No information is there, but still we may expect the examinations in 2021 February or soon after February from the reliable sources. So we wish you all the best for every aspirants of UPSC and also other state PSC, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Kerala lecturer post like aspirants. So follow our channel, share with your friends, and also give your suggestions and comments under this video so that we can add some more points or improve our presentation. Thank you very much.